It's a good start.
Okay, I think we'll begin. Welcome back. How did it go with the homework? Like, first of all, I just want to say that a lot of you handed in the homework, which was really nice to see, and a lot of you did a lot of the exercises. So really well done. Also, it looked super good. The code was it was indented as I expected it to be. The variable naming was really good, and you had used the arrow functions. So overall, you did a great job with the homework. But what did you think about it? Did you have any problems with it, or?
It's like when you're stuck on something and you wouldn't find it on Stack Overflow, you feel lost.
Yeah.
I stuck on this fourth task, like finding the words from the JSON file. The problem is that I'm getting the word, but it gets not getting the whole word. Like the letter A, it would take every A in the JSON file, so it could take everything. So I didn't know how to separate it.
Okay. Yeah, so like with having problems, try spend maybe 15-20 minutes on it. If you can't figure it out, then try and write on Slack. And then we'll try and get Pancake. She's a lot better replying than me, but write on Slack, and then we'll try and help you. Because a lot of the times it's like a small thing you need to.
The problem is I try to stick to these higher order functions, so I try not to use other things.
But I wrote, like, Anwar asked me, he shared some code which was like not working or something, and then in the beginning of the week Richard asked what do we need to do in that part. So I wrote some description, and then I also wrote some code that this is how you should do it.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
You should follow Slack descriptions also.
I'm following, but I tried a different thing, and I tried to solve it in my way, like in order that
I will look at your code and
I was also doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Then I found it like you can split the movie and just compare it, the keywords.
Yes, you can do that, but you can also do something else that we'll show you.
Was it at all possible to do with index up? Because I can only ever search one word with index up. I never figured out how to do it.
I did it with index up as well.
Yeah, but I was trying also index up, but almost more than 1 hour I got stuck, so I removed it. And I try from the beginning again.
Yeah.
it's okay, it's completely fine if it takes so much time.
You can solve my code, for example.
But another thing I want to say is if you have a problem and you're kind of banging your head against it, like you're trying and nothing's working, then just try and solve another problem, and don't think about the problem that you were having before, because sometimes just thinking about other things, or go out and take a cup of coffee or go for a walk or something like that, because your mind will still kind of be grinding on the problem, and then sometimes you'll get like the epiphany, oh, I could do it like this, or maybe I could do it in another way. So that's just like a general comment. But I have like 2 things that I would like to talk about regarding the homework. So one is a lot of you did something like this.
You have to increase the font size.
Oh, yes, I have to increase the font size. Maybe I'll do this over here. So we have the movies. Let's just make some title. Rating 1. Okay, so we had the movies that we got Ajax. Then some of you did, you know, you need to do this thing where you, based on the rating, you give it a tag, right? So a lot of you are thinking, okay, so I'm actually altering my original array, right? I'm giving it an extra key called tag or rating tag or something like that. So a lot of you did like this map, and you take the movie and you did movie dot tag equals, then you had some function that based on the movie got the tag, but we'll just say good rating or good. And then you could see that movies, if we log that out, then we see, oh, perfect, we have a movie, it has a title, it has a rating, and it has a tag, and the tag is good. But this is a little bit misleading because we're using the function called map, and when we map something, we create a new array with a new data structure. But that's not what we're doing here. Here we are changing the original array. So there's quite a big difference, and the difference is, let's say tag movies. So we do movies dot map, we get the movie, and then we say return, and then we do like movie dot title equals, title equals movie dot title, and we do rating, and then we do the tag. And let's log this out. Yeah, sure. Like this?
Yeah.
Better? Okay. The difference from this movies to this tag movies. Can someone explain what the difference is?
With the first one,
Hmm?
directly modify the movies
Yes,
object.
exactly.
The second one creates another tag movies variable.
Yes, we create a new array that has a new data structure. So tag movies is a completely new array, where movies is the original array. And if we log it out, we should see exactly the same thing. Oh, where do I need one? 21. Should be a comma. Like that. So you see there's no difference. But the difference is that this is a new array. So it's okay to say, I want to change the original array, but then you shouldn't use the function called map. What function should you then use instead?
For it.
Yes, for each. Because then you're saying to the coder who comes and looks through your code, he reads, movies that for each. Oh, so he's just looping through the movies, and then he's saying, movie.tag equals something. Okay, he's actually changing the original array. This is perfectly fine, but doing this, it is a little misleading, because it's like you're mapping, so the programmer's thinking, oh, he's creating a new array, but actually you're not, you're changing the old array. Okay, so that was one thing I saw a lot of you do. And so there's no right or wrong, as long as you use for each, that's fine. For me personally, I would probably prefer that if we gave an array some new format, like for example tag here, I would prefer to create a new array, because let's say another programmer comes by your code and he's like, well, I want to see how was the original array that we got from the server. How did that look? But when we are changing it like this, then we've actually changed the original array. Maybe we did some error, maybe we overwrote the title, or we accidentally, deleted the last item or something like that, right? Then we don't have the original movies. But again, it's not bad. The only thing that I was like a bit skeptical about was using map and then changing the original data structure. Okay, cool. And the next thing that I want to say is a lot of you did a function called getRating, and you did like this. It takes a movie. It takes a movie, and dependent on movie.rating, did something like this. If movie.rating is larger than 5, rating equals good, and then up here rating, and then return rating. Okay, so this function, it based on a movie returns a rating. But this is not super bad, but I just want to point out that when you do a function like this, think about how it could be used if you come with another data set. So let's say we have this movies array, and we want to create the rating, right? So we do movies.map, and we do getRating, and we give it a movie. Okay, so if we log this out, do we have the correct data structure? Maybe we can do like is bigger than 1, then we'll actually get some things. So let's see what this says. So it says, sorry, we need to, yeah, this is fine. Let's say the default rating is default. So now we have, okay, we are not returning anything, but we are, for every movie, we are getting the rating of that movie. Okay, but the problem is here that we are returning a rating, we are returning a tag based on the rating, not based on the movie. And there's a difference, because in here we are kind of encoding that you give this function a movie, and then we'll return the rating. Oh, sorry, let's not call this rating, let's call it a tag. Okay? And we are returning a tag based on the movie. But the tag is actually not based on the movie. What is it based on? The rating, yeah. So instead we should say rating, not getRating, get tag. Okay? So instead this function should say, based on the rating I have, return the tag. So let's do like this. So this is better, because say I have another array. Okay? This array, it's not called rating, it's called grade. Okay? Now with the original function, it would say like, it would be a movie up here, and then we would do like movie.rating. But
You missed the I.
what, sorry?
Movie.
Oh, movie, yes, like this. And now we take our new movies 2, right, and we map it and we pass in the movie. But the thing is, when we get out the rating, there is no rating here. It's called grade. Now we have problems because we encoded the data structure into our function, kind of the data structure of the data we had up here. But it's a lot better if we just say, well, this function is very, very simple. It just takes in the rating and then we'll give you the tag based on that rating. And then you're thinking, who has the responsibility of passing the rating in then? Well, that's the map function. So up here we say, this is the rating of the movie. So we give it the rating and we get a tag. And down here we can just say, well, now it's not called rating anymore, it's called grade instead. So that's just something that when you create functions, think about the parameters. What makes sense? And actually some of you literally wrote in the function, so you have been thinking about it. You wrote get tag by rating. And then you pass in the movie. So it's like you're communicating something, but actually your code is doing something else. So it's like, yeah. So that's just one thing to kind of, just think about the function parameters when you, yes?
Could we put 2 parameters instead of this? Like we got the type and the rating. For example, if I don't want to use movie, I want to use car, so I would put 2 parameters, one for the item and one for the rating system.
Then
So I would use it for everything.
I'm not exactly sure what you're asking.
Basically, you are saying that if we were still taking the object as the first parameter and the key as the second parameter, right?
2 parameters instead
2
of
parameters. But to find the tag, you just need the integer value or the float value, whatever. So you need a number.
Yeah.
So if the person who is calling this function, if they can give that number directly, then you don't need to put that logic inside this function. So this function is basically taking a number and then giving a string. That's what it should do. It should not do anything more. So you can do many things, but if you put lot of things in one function, then you are making it complex. So you should try to keep things as simple as possible so that it's much easier to understand and you can change it later without thinking too much.
Yes, cool. Those were the 2 things I had to do. Do you have anything for the homework? Any suggestions?
So there was this link on the Slack channel's topic, and you should submit your homework using that Google form as well, because after this module is done, Christopher would like to look at the form responses and then he would ask you why did you not do the homework. And if you say that I did the homework but I uploaded it on the Slack channel and not in the form, it's not his problem. Basically, you cannot expect one person to go to each channel for each class and find out who submitted the homework and who did not, right? So you submit your link and we reply to your message saying that we will look at it. It's a good thing. But then you also have to do it on the Google form so that Christopher can easily find your homework link. So that's one more thing.
Yes. Cool. Let's get to the teaching. We have a lot to learn today, so let's just get to it. I am gonna start off talking briefly about the
recording.
Yes.
You should stop.
Yeah, that's a